Guys, Marsing in here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are taking the Int Piccolo Jr. level 10 links 55% up against the Red Zone Broly. So this one should be pretty interesting. Obviously he is type neutral to him pretty much all the way through, right? Like the second phase is tech, but second phase not particularly difficult, right? So it should be an interesting one nonetheless. Now, Metal Cooler makes a really good slot 1 unit for these first two. Oh wow, this friend. I bought this friend because they had 2 dupes. They're lower link levels than a lot of the ones with no dupes I was seeing, so that's a little bit disappointing, but I guess it is what it is. But yeah, Metal Cooler's a really good slot 1 unit for this event in particular because he can nullify the super of both of the first 2 phases. So here we go, straight away. Like, if we didn't nullify this, especially because of type disadvantage, this would be Cooler dying, and then we would be using up our revive straight away right at the beginning, which would be pretty unfortunate when it comes to the harder part later on. So Metal Cooler having that nullification definitely is very, very useful for the Broly fight overall. So Piccolo starting off 7 million attack. So this is, like I say, the friend has 2 dupes, but as you saw already, is mostly level 2 links, so not too great on the links front. But Piccolo, when he's in slot 2, having the chance to get that additional super, obviously early on you want to get as many supers as possible to get the build up of his passive. And of course, I sometimes forget, because a lot of these events don't let you do it, but Piccolo can stun, which is another effect that is very, very useful against Broly. So let us go ahead and I won't get any key with you. You're not going to get hit, so you're not going to get any key buffs, because I want Piccolo in slot 2 because I want him to get as many attacks as possible. Although chances are he's probably just going to kill Broly with the first super attack anyway. But hopefully there's the potential that he doesn't kill him with the first super, and then he can get a second one. But it all depends. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go. So we get that second super. That's exactly what we want. More supers means more stacks on our passive, because he needs to attack 5 times in order to be fully built up. So getting a couple of attacks in the first turn is obviously hugely beneficial for us here. So I think what we do here is I just do the same thing again, right? Because Cooler can nullify if he needs to. Let's get these tech orbs dropped down here for Golden Freezer, and then might as well build up the Dokkan gauge a little bit here. Grab same type orbs, and then grab these for you. If it's going to cross over to those ones in the middle anyway, I might as well get the ones out of the bottom middle out of the way. So, oh, he didn't nullify. Well, that's unfortunate. He's got a bit of build up. How much does he take from this? 322k. Oof. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought I couldn't actually remember, but yeah, Metal Cooler doesn't have a guaranteed nullification against the is it unarmed classification of super attacks, which is a little bit unfortunate. It does mean that we are gonna use one of our Piccolo giant forms up this early, which is a little bit unfortunate, unless of course the way this could work out in our favor quite massively is if Piccolo just goes ham here and kills him. We'll go into the AoE phase. Yes, let's go, my boy. So now this means we're going to go into the AoE phase and get the transformation, which means if Broly supers during the giant form, it means he can't super him when we come out of it, which just yet another reason why Piccolo is so good. Like this whole, whether you want to call it a glitch or whatever, where the giant form just completely cucks like the enemy from super attacking you, it just hugely works in this Piccolo's favor. So really, Metal Cooler not nullifying that super attack was actually to our benefit, because we are going to do some damage. Now, the giant form for Piccolo is kind of mid in terms of like the damage output, but it's just the utility of cancelling out the enemy super just makes it so useful that I can kind of overlook it, right? Because at the end of the day, even if he's not doing a lot of damage, it is free damage. And in the past, I mean, you can find me saying this on old videos, old episodes of the 5-9 podcast when we've talked about it. I used to hate the giant forms, like the ones that were really bad, right? We've seen a couple of good ones, like Orange Piccolo, and then obviously Cell getting like the crits and stuff. But old giant forms just used to be so weak. There was like, why would I bother? Like, why would I want my unit to transform when I could just play out the rotation and do way more damage? But obviously now, with the fact that we have this, the way the giant form affects enemy super attacks, even if we're not really doing that much damage, it's still a huge benefit, because we're going to come out of this turn. If we get the same sort of damage as we did on the previous turn, it means we'll have done 2 full health bars. He actually didn't super attack in the first turn, did he? Interesting. So now his super attack is off the table. It's pretty funny seeing Giant Piccolo take like 800k 3 times. But yeah, now that the super attack is off the table, what that means is we had this free turn where we didn't do a crazy amount of damage, but now we revert back to normal, and we have the rotation that I was talking about, which I would rather have, where our units untransformed with their links active and their crazy passives that we have nowadays do tons of damage. But now we don't have to worry at any point about taking a super attack during that turn anyway. So this should be a pretty good next turn here. If the active skill for Piccolo is available, I think I will save it. Okay, it's not. I need to double check the condition. I keep forgetting what it is. 50% or less from the 4th turn. Okay, we must be... Oh yeah, we're at like 60. Okay, well that's good. That works out quite nicely. So, bearing in mind that he can't super attack, I really want to give all of those tech orbs to Demon King Piccolo, so I think I will. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. So this is going to be a pretty solid turn here from the crew, who can't be super attacked. LR Piccolo is basically going to get fully built up in this one turn. I know he took some hits already, but even if he hadn't, he's getting attacked enough times that he's basically getting fully built up off of this turn alone, which is definitely good for him. And then, yeah, in comes Int Piccolo. So mine is 55%, but is level 10 links. Picking up the links, like the couple of Dragon Ball specific links, like Incredible Adventure from the Demon King Piccolo in slot 3, obviously gives him a pretty nice boost to his numbers as well. And then we don't get the 3rd super, so we're not going to take him out here. Although, what is our HP? I really don't want to have use the other Piccolo's giant form, but it looks like that is going to be the case, unless... Yeah, no, Demon King Piccolo can't get the job done in slot 3 here, unfortunately. So I would have rather had the giant form for the AGL phase, because obviously it becomes such a cheat code, but I guess it is what it is, right? We still have the Metal Cooler revival in our back pocket if we need it, so we just have to take care of Broly here. The only downside to using the giant form, like I feel like I described already, you know, fairly well why it has strategic value now, even if it doesn't do a lot of damage. But the one thing that you can't really... It's kind of boring. I don't want to sit through like 5 minutes of Giant Piccolo attacks that are not really doing that much damage. We should be able to finish him off here, right? As long as we're getting crits, because we're getting 2 turns here. So... Because he has the chance to crit in his giant form, so... Of course he doesn't hit it, but I think you can see from the damage that we've done on this turn that he should be able to finish him off on the next turn. Yeah, there's no way. No way he lives on the next turn. And then we get to AGL Broly. But that's where it starts to become a little bit dangerous, because now we don't have any giant forms left to use. And this is where I think it could get to the point where it could be a little bit dangerous for Piccolo, but I guess we shall see. I think our HP is low enough that we can use the active skill, though, with the other one when we get onto the turn. And one thing I didn't even realise, of course, so any unit that has an active skill that is an attack, I think it might just be an active skill in general, but I know it is the one that are attacks. Any passive abilities they have that activate, like, when supering in a certain slot, they get those when they use the active skill. So... to put into perspective exactly what I mean here, if we go to Piccolo's passive, we can't actually use it now anyway, but if we look at his passive, so where is the slot 2? So additional attack and defense 100% and all enemies attack and defense minus 30 as the first attacker, or additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super and high chance of launching an additional super as the second or third attacker in the turn. So the super part, I saw somebody make a post about it. The additional super part is actually tied to picking up orbs in slot 2 or 3. But if you use the active skill in slot 2, you do get that additional attack and defense 100%. Then you put him in slot 1, and then he'll get the benefit of getting the extra attack and defense within the same turn after receiving an attack, if there is an attack in slot 1. So, yeah, he's going to be looking pretty good. Like, if we see here, his defense is 558k, but unfortunately I can't actually use his active skill on this turn. So, what do I want to do here? Unfortunately, I don't know when he's going to super, which is the problem, because if I knew where, I could kind of position Metal Cooler so that he could be the one that dies, so that we can get the revive off with him. I think I might use his active skill, because I believe, I haven't used his active skill for a while now. Doesn't his active skill heal? Because then that gives us more of a chance, because he's getting attacked so many times in the last slot that I'm pretty sure he is going to die. But then, of course, he'll revive. He's in slot 3, so then he just gets floated off. So we should be pretty good after that. Yeah, not a crazy amount of damage. 2.2 mil. I mean, it's not exactly a crazy turn for him, but yeah, look at that heal. That was a very solid heal. Okay, so we take those. So let's do this. And then we can't get the 18 key super for Bojack. But then we can do this. So as long as Bojack doesn't get supered in the middle, I think we should be okay. Piccolo got hit first as well to get the extra buff. So I think now that he's getting to super, I really hope Broly super attacks Piccolo here. I really want to see what kind of damage he's going to take. We get the double super as well. So is he grabbing Broly by the crotch? I think he is. You gotta love the placement of the enemy sprites in some of these super attacks. But yeah, here we go, boys. Piccolo slot 1, super attacked twice. Here comes a super from Broly. What are we taking from this? 7,000 damage. Okay. That was pretty good. This was the friend one, wasn't it? Right, so this one is 2 dupes. Bojack getting the additional is huge here because that gives him extra defense. So he should tank the normal from Broly here reasonably well. Oh, well, yeah, double digits. And now Metal Cooler, we're basically in like a win-win situation because Metal Cooler either lives and then we can use Piccolo's active skill on the next turn, or he dies and revives. I actually can't remember, how much HP does Metal Cooler revive you with? Because does he revive you under the restriction for Piccolo's active skill? That would actually be some very, very nice synergy, but I'm actually not too sure. Or Broly just doesn't super, and then Metal Cooler tanks all of his attacks for double digits like an absolute Chad. So I guess there is that. So I could use the active skill for Orange Piccolo, but I'm not going to do that. I want to see the Piccolo go off here. So this is my one at 55%. He's obviously not going to get anywhere near the same kind of buff, but he is going to have the ability to additional. Because the problem is, if I put him in slot 1 here, I'm fairly sure there's a super attack coming. And that's obviously not good for my Piccolo, right? Like, even if he gets the first hit in and he takes a bit of damage and then gets the defense buff, I think a super in slot 1, probably not great for him at 55%. But here in the middle, we should get a bunch of additionals. Plus, that, who knows, right? He might be supering in that one slot where he's attacking Piccolo Jr. He's super attacking here, but how many cooldown actions does Broly need to have? Because if you're not aware, that is a thing, right? For some of these, any bosses that can super attack twice, there has to be a certain number of actions that they perform between both supers. But it is random. It's like a minimum. It's like, say, for example, like 3 to 5. It's something like that. It won't always be the same. But it's why you never see Broly like super attack twice in a row. He might super attack in the same slot if he's attacking like 5 times, but he won't super attack and then super attack again. So I don't know how many cooldowns he has. So he might super attack Piccolo here, but is he grabbing his crotch, or is he grabbing the belt of his like bar skirt thing? Let's see. Yeah, it kind of is the belt. He's kind of like grabbing him by the belt and throwing him up in the air, which I think is a little bit more appropriate, a bit less sus, you could say. But yeah, I mean, he tanks his normal attacks for double digits, which, considering Broly is still one of the hardest events currently available on Global, for a 55% unit. And remember, on this turn, neither of these units on the turn with this Piccolo have big bad bosses. So Again, that was him tanking Broly's normals for double digits without Big Bad Bosses active, which I would say is definitely pretty good. So we still can't use the active skill. It's unfortunate that we don't have, it's not like a HP or a turn restriction, because I would love to be able to just do the super, but... And this is the friend who doesn't have Big Bad Bosses at level 10. What's the difference in defense? 322 to 397. That's quite significant. I'll leave him in slot 1, because I want to see the... Because, I mean, we literally could lose the run because of this, but I do want to see him attack in slot 1. I would like him to get that. The rotation works so much better if I put him here as well, because we can get the all those tech orbs for Demon King Piccolo. Whereas if I put Piccolo in slot 1, he has to get more key to super. He does have 66% damage reduction, but yeah, I don't know. I think he probably does get clapped by a Broly super in slot 1, because he's only got 92k defense, which... I mean, Broly does, what, like 1,000,000 damage? And then you take out, like, type advantage. He's probably still taking quite a lot of damage, right? Although 66% damage reduction is actually quite a lot, right? That's already taking 660k off of 1,000,000. So that leaves us with, like, 300 and something. And then type advantage. So, yeah, in theory, he can't die to Broly's super, right? I actually just want to try it out now. I just want to see how much damage he's going to take. Plus, this is better for Piccolo in terms of his overall performance on this turn. So, screw it. Let's do it. Let's see what Demon King Piccolo is going to take from Broly here. Okay, so 2,000 from the normal attacks. Is he going to get supered? Oh, well, never mind. Well, there you go. I'm pretty sure someone can tell me, because there's plenty of people that regularly comment on my videos that inform me of counts that I don't know. So let me know, how much damage would Demon King Piccolo actually have taken from Broly's super attack in slot 1? But Piccolo Jr. now here is either just going to kill Broly, or he will tank all of his hits, and then Bojack should kill in the third slot, because we got his 18 key super. So, one more? No? Okay. So here we go. This is after 2 supers in slot 2. No support, but Big Bad Bosses is active. And we take 255. So yeah, I mean, pretty good, right? For a unit that's, considering the friend is what? 2 dupes and like level 2 links? So I think that is pretty damn good overall. So there you go. That is Piccolo Jr. 55%, level 10 links. That was a no item, wasn't it? Because, yeah, we ended up using both the giant forms during the AoE, so I didn't need to worry about using an item to protect any of the other units during the AoE phase. So, yeah, there you go. Casual no item run against Red Zone Broly. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying this Piccolo unit. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. How are you enjoying the new units if you did pull them? If not, are you going back in on the banners? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.